Guys, alam nyo ba na may isang totoong tao na naging inspiration ng mga iconic horror movie killers kagaya ni Norman Bates sa Psycho, si Leatherface sa Texas Chainsaw Massacre, tsaka kahit si Buffalo Bill sa Silence of the Lambs. Yes guys, lahat yan may isang pinagbasehan, and that man's name is Ed Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield. Pero wait lang guys, warning muna. This story is graphic and disturbing kasi we're going to talk about grave robbing, murder, and necrophilia. So kung kumakain ka pa o hindi ka into gory story or gory stuff, baka gusto mong i-pause mo na tong video na to, tapusin mo muna yung kinakain mo, or you can skip this one if hindi ka comfortable sa mga ganitong story time. Okay? Let's dive in. Okay, so si Edward Theodore Gein, aka Ed, was born on August 27, 1906 sa La Crosse, Wisconsin, USA. So guys, lumaki siya sa isang isolated na farmhouse kasama ang nanay niya na si Augusta tsaka yung tatay niya na si George and yung older brother niya na si Henry. Now, let's talk about his family situation kasi dito pa lang guys, red flag na. Bakit? Kasi yung nanay niya na si Augusta, super duper religious to the point na fanatic. Alam niyo yung araw-araw niya sinasabi kay Ed na ang mundo daw ay masama, tapos yung mga babae except herself ay mga instruments of sin. Kuno. And yan, basically tinuruan niya si Ed na matakot sa mundo lalo na sa opposite sex. Meanwhile, itong tatay niya na si George, yan, alcoholic, madalas lasing, tsaka walang stable na trabaho. So, ayun, lumaki si Ed na walang kaibigan, hindi nakakapaglaro sa labas. Yung puro sermon lang ng nanay naririnig araw-araw. So, by the time na natsugi yung tatay nila, and then later si Henry in a suspicious fire in 1944, si Augusta na lang ang naging mundo ni Ed. And when she finally died in 1945, everything snapped. Sobrang devastated ni Ed kasi he lost the only person he ever loved and the only person who ever controlled him. So after her death, si Ed kept her mother's bedroom sealed, untouched, parang shrine. Pero outside that room, the whole farmhouse started to rot. Ayan, full of trash, dust, and eventually human remains. Okay guys, after matsugi ng nanay ni Ed, tumira siya sa farm nila near Plainfield, Wisconsin. Yung mga kapitbahay niya, kilala siya as odd but harmless. Kasi siya guys, mahiyain, soft-spoken, lagi lang nakangiti. But behind that smile, something very, very dark was brewing. Now guys, Ed started reading yung mga death cult magazines tsaka medical anatomy books. Naging obsessed din siya sa mga stories about Nazis tsaka cannibals. Oo guys, cannibals. And then at some point, nagumpisa na siyang dig up ng graves. So between 1947 to 1957, si Ed would sneak into cemeteries at night, tapos binubuksan niya yung mga kakalibing lang, and he would take out body parts, sometimes buong bangkay. Tapos sabi niya, he was in a daze daw, yung parang nasa trance state. Tsaka sabi niya sa mga psychiatrist later, he would just wake up one day and realize na, sabi niya, I was out digging again. Now guys, may mga psychiatrist na nagsabi later na si Ed daw ay psychotic, not psychopathic. So ano bang ibig sabihin nun in layman's terms? Yung psychotic ay someone na may delusions or hallucinations na parang disconnected siya sa reality. So example, naniniwala siya sa mga bagay na hindi totoo, like thinking na he can bring his mom back from the dead. Psychopath on the other hand is cold, calculated, and manipulative. Kumbaga aware siya sa ginagawa niya pero wala siyang empathy. So sa case ni Ed guys, hindi siya yung classic serial killer na cunning and charming. He was more like lost in his own twisted world. Okay, now let's talk about the murders. Kasi as far as the records go guys, si Ed only confessed to killing 2 women but both were extremely gruesome. So ang victim number 1 ay si Mary Hogan, 1954. So si Mary was a tavern owner sa Plainfield. So one night, she just disappeared. Walang nakakita kung saan siya napunta. And then 3 years later, nung nag-search na yung mga pulis sa bahay ni Ed, they found her face, as in literally her face, preserved inside a paper bag. Shit. Victim number 2, si Bernice Warden, 1957. So, on November 16, 1957, si Bernice, guys, who owned the local hardware store, di na umuwi. Nung pinuntahan ng anak niya yung store, may nakita siyang dugo sa floor and the cash register missing. Yung last name na nakita sa resibo, si Ed Gein. So now, the police went to Ed's farmhouse. Tsaka doon na nga nila nakita yung isa sa pinaka nakakatakot na crime scenes in American history. Now guys, pagpasok ng mga pulis sa bahay ni Ed, as in literal na natulala sila, naluka sila sa nakita nila doon. Ano ba yung nakita nila doon? Una, lampshade made from human skin. Pangalawa, yung mga bungo, yung skulls turned into bowls. As in literal na ginawang mangkok yung bungo. Shit. Tapos, a belt made of human nipples. Shit. And mga masks na made from the faces of women. And yung katawan ni Bernice Warden, guys, nakita nila na decapitated, hanging upside down in the shed. Yes guys, I heard that right. Yung ulo ni Bernice, nakita nila sa burlap sack. Tapos yung heart niya, nakita nila in a bag near the stove. Grabe, diba? Parang scene sa horror movie. Except this was real. Sabi pa nga na isang sheriff, I've seen a lot in my years of service but nothing like this. So now guys, nung inaresto na si Ed, he just calmly told the police na I didn't mean to kill her. It was an accident. Pero pag tinanong mo siya tungkol sa mga katawan, he said he would dig them up because he wanted to make a woman's suit. Bakit? Bakit woman suit? Kasi gusto daw niyang maging katulad ng nanay niya. Sa true guys, that's the level of his obsession. So sa trial, doctors diagnosed him with schizophrenia. Isang severe mental disorder na kung saan nagkakaroon ng delusions and loss of reality. So he was declared legally insane kaya hindi siya nakulong. Instead, he was committed to Central State Hospital for the criminally insane. Now, after more than a decade, ni-reevaluate siya ulit in 1968 at sinabi ng doctors na fit na siyang to stand trial. He was found guilty of first-degree murder but immediately declared not guilty by reason of insanity. So, balik siya ulit sa mental hospital this time for life at doon na rin siya natsugi in 1984 from lung cancer. So, ang tanong natin ngayon, ano ba yung tumatakbo sa utak ni Ed Gein? Psychologists describe him, guys, as having an Oedipal fixation. Meaning, sobrang attached siya sa nanay niya to the point of obsession. Kasi when she died, he couldn't cope. So, he tried to recreate her, like literally, using the bodies of other women. He would wear the woman's suit, imagining na he became his mother. Grabe, diba? Sobrang weird. It's horrifying but it shows how deep mental illness can twist reality when untreated. Okay, now guys, after the news broke, media coverage exploded and people were both terrified and fascinated. Ngayon guys, yung mga writers and directors ng mga pelikula, ginamit nila yung case ni Ed as inspiration. Example dito, si Norman Bates sa Psycho noong 1960. It's about the son na obsessed with his dead mother. Next, si Leatherface sa Texas Chainsaw Massacre noong 1974. Dito naman, the killer who wears human skin. Tapos si Buffalo Bill sa Silence of the Lambs noong 1991. Dito naman, the man who wanted to make a woman suit. Basically guys, si Ed Gein became the blueprint for modern horror villains. Now, maraming urban legends ang lumabas after his arrest. May mga nagsasabing cannibal daw siya, but there's no solid evidence na kumain siya ng human flesh. Some say he killed dozens of women pero sa official record guys, 2 confirmed victims lang. Yung iba galing sa graves, hindi sa murder. So yes, horrifying talaga yung ginawa niya but it's important to separate fact from fiction. Okay guys, up to this day binibisita pa rin ng mga tao yung Plainfield out of morbid curiosity. Kahit yung original farmhouse niya, sinunog na ng unknown arsonist noong 1958. Tapos guys, yung tombstone niya sa cemetery, nananakaw din pa ulit-ulit ng mga fans and collectors. Grabe, no? Yes guys, may ganun. And eventually, tinanggal na lang permanently. But Ed Gein's story guys became a cultural mirror showing us how society turns true horror into entertainment. Yung story ni Ed Gein guys is not just about a killer. It's about mental illness, isolation, and obsession, no? How trauma and religious extremism can completely break a person's mind. Hindi siya guys yung boogeyman that people imagined. He was a very sick man who never got help and the world paid the price. And maybe, siguro no, the scariest part of it all is that monsters like Ed Gein don't always look like monsters. Minsan they're just quiet, lonely people next door. So after hearing everything about Ed Gein, kaya guys, what do you think? Do you believe na he was born a monster? Or was he just a broken man na nasira ng trauma and isolation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really wanna know your take on this case. And if may iba ka pang story suggestions, crime, mystery, o kahit historical scandal, comment mo o i-DM mo lang sa akin. Malay mo, yan yung next Dark Chika natin. Real stories, twisted endings, Dark Chika. This is Sa Likod ng Kwento with me, Apple Season. And as always, don't forget to like, follow, share, and save. And I hope to see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay curious. Bye!